Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to continue talking about some of the biggest mistakes made in Jamaica. Read the roads and traveling. Now, in our previous video, we had talked about the Ian Fleming International Airport. It was a mistake to upgrade it from the Boscobel Aerodrome to an international airport because they never extended the runway. It would be too difficult to extend the runway. It would involve moving the road. They just didn't have space. Now the runway is about 1,100 meters. Sorry, feet. And the runway at a regular international airport is between 2,800 and 3,000. The Sangster International Airport is 3,060 meters, and the Norman Mann International Airport in Kingston is 2,800. They can land the big planes, a 747, a plane that can carry over 300 people. Ian Fleming International Airport cannot land those big planes because the runway is not long enough. So that was a huge mistake, and a real international airport in Ocho Rios would be doing wonders for the area now, because the way tourism is expanding. And this brings us up to the second point now. The second major mistake made was shutting down Air Jamaica. Now the only thing that is slowing down the tourism industry in Jamaica is the flights to Jamaica. If we had the capacity to carry 10 million visitors a year to Jamaica, we would have 10 million people coming. The only thing constraining tourism in Jamaica right now, as of today, is the number of flights into Jamaica. Now, Air Jamaica was a national carrier for Jamaica, one of the nicest airlines out there. They had modern planes, a modern fleet, and like most national carriers, they weren't really making a profit. It was the JLP government that decided to shut it down because they wanted to get loans from the IMF, and the IMF said one of the conditions was to shut down Air Jamaica. Even if they had downsized it, but today that turns out to be a huge mistake. And we really have to ask the question, if this current administration was in power back then, would they have shut it down? I don't think so. Would they have had to go to the IMF? So we really and truly, it was a huge mistake. Now, Air Jamaica could fly as many flights a day as needed into Jamaica. Sometimes they had 5 flights a day. And remember now, they're the national carrier for the country. They don't need to make a profit, because you can't judge an airline like Air Jamaica based on the profit and loss statement for the airline, because Jamaica this year is going to make $5 billion off tourism. That $5 billion is in no way reflected on the balance sheet or the profit and loss statement for, let's just say, Air Jamaica. It doesn't. But let's say Air Jamaica lost $1 billion US, just as an example. But the country makes $5 billion off tourism. That's a win for the country. So it was a big mistake, and I think it has a lot to do with, well, let's not go there. Let's just say it was a mistake, and Jamaica is paying dearly for it now, because we have to now rely on other airlines to fly people to Jamaica. Now, when an airline is a national carrier for another country, that country is going to get priority. Also, Air Jamaica had roots. Remember, it was a young airline and it grew into this massive airline. They had the gateways at all the major airports. They had the routes flying out of so many US cities, and they also had routes for the 3 main tourist markets for Jamaica, the 3 main countries that tourists come from to visit Jamaica: the UK, Canada, and the US. And as I said earlier, they had many routes out of the US. So, guys, let me know what you think. And they had a very good. They ran late, but that is no reason to shut it down. Like many airlines of the day, they had the same challenges like those airlines. But those airlines are still around and they shut down Air Jamaica. So guys, let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. And I can state, of all the airlines I've ever flown on, Air Jamaica was the nicest. It was. I mean, it could have changed with the times, but it definitely was the nicest. And some of the nicest planes. They had a modern fleet. Of course, there are other reasons why the airline shut down, but at the end of the day, if it was still around and Jamaica had those flights coming in, the tourism industry would do even better than it's doing today. Alright guys, we are actually driving on Highway 2000 today, east-west leg, and we just went through the toll plaza, and we're going on to the new section of the highway now that was built between Maypen and Williamsfield. Alright guys, have a good day.